Hey guys, welcome to my review for Dragon Ball Super episode 113, With Great Joy, the repeat battle Crazy Saiyan fight. Now, if you watch my preview and predictions video for this episode, you would know that I went into it with very low expectations. And I have to say that I thought it was an okay episode. I didn't think it was anything great, and it definitely wasn't the worst episode I've seen in Super. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and give this episode a 5 out of 7. Even though there's no Ribrianne, so I should give it a higher number, I'm not going to. It was still very meh. I mean, the fighting scenes were cool, but the storytelling was so-so. So for that reason, 5 out of 7. Now, of course, as usual, there are things that I liked about the episode, things that I didn't like about the episode. So let's get into that. Now, let's start off right away. I really didn't like the fact that they wasted pretty much an entire minute, 46 seconds to be exact, of seeing that they had already shown in the previous episode. Like, there's no reason to re-show all that. You could have given us an extra minute of something else. I mean, anything else, really. And before we go any further, let me just say that I know there's probably going to be a lot of people triggered in this episode just because of how crazy the power scaling is in Super. I mean, I get it. I understand why a lot of people would be bothered by it, but I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta let it go so that you can enjoy the episode more. But I did like that they're at least trying to explain themselves. You know, they're kind of covering their bases a little about why a Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla is struggling against a base form Goku by talking about how technique from a skilled martial artist such as Goku is gonna be way more effective than just a strong brawler like Caulifla is. So I thought the fighting scenes were pretty cool with Goku and Caulifla. I definitely like that they're showing some of Goku's older moves, like his after image technique. I thought that was a nice little touch. Again, I like that they're at least attempting to explain why they're pushing Caulifla so hard as a powerful fighter. You know, by talking about how good she is at adapting during a fight, and even Whis talking about unleashing her potential that she's had. And they're really driving home the similarities between her and Goku so that you can kind of accept more that the reason why she's progressing so fast in this tournament is because she's so much like Goku. But moving on, a thing that I thought was interesting in this episode was during the scene where Goku's, powering up, you get a shot of Catopesra squaring off against Zarbuto. And at first, I didn't really think anything of it, but then when they showed them again, I just thought, they could have used some other characters the second time. So, I mean, it's probably nothing, but, it's just something I'm going to keep my eye on for future episodes. And I know I said earlier how, you shouldn't let power scaling bother you and stuff, but there's a scene that bugged me, and it really shouldn't have, but it did. It was, Krillin being impressed with seeing two Super Saiyan 2s fight each other, and it's like, bro, you just saw Ultra Instinct Goku fighting Jiren. Why is this going to impress you? I don't know why that bothered me so much, but I just had to get that off my chest. So moving on, I really like the fight scene with Kale and Caulifla versus Goku. I thought there was a lot of really cool fight scenes in there. I really like the way that they fight together. I thought they, did a really good job with that, showing their chemistry together. So I'm glad we're going to get to see more of that next episode. Next, I really like that they had Whis shut down, theories about Ultra Instinct, well, for now at least, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people were going to, start theorizing that the reason why he was doing so good against both of them was because, he still had his Ultra Instinct, and I'm glad that they, nipped that in the butt right away. And, I mean, Whis just says that, it would be very difficult for even Goku to do it, but he never said it can't be done again. It would just be really hard. So I like that they leave it open-ended like that. Because, I mean, let's be honest, he's probably going to achieve it again before the tournament's over. Next, I really like the animation they did with Goku Super Saiyan 3. I thought it looked really good, and I was really impressed with it. The only thing I don't like is that they didn't really clarify where Goku's getting this power from, where he's getting this energy to even do that. I mean, they kind of touch on it, and from what I take from it is that, so his fighting spirit is increasing, and for some reason that is giving him energy. And I really want them to further explain that and why that's working for him that way. Because, I mean, I get him being excited about, about fighting a new opponent, and especially someone who's like giving him a good fight. Like, I get that part, but that doesn't explain why he's getting the energy to do his transformations and, continue to get more of it. So hopefully they touch on that soon and they, give a better explanation. And lastly, the only other things that I didn't like about the episode was the lack of Vegeta and Toppo. Like, where's the Toppo? Like, where's that fight at? I need to know what's happening with them right now. And also the Gohan, Piccolo, and the Universe 6 Namekians. Like, I understand, they're trying to build up for episode 114 and 115, but I mean, you guys could have gave us something. I mean, that minute that I was talking about in the beginning, they could have used that for a good minute of Vegeta and Toppo. At least that would have been awesome, but we got nothing. So, I mean, it is what it is. Anyways, like I said before, I thought it was an okay episode. I really think next week is where we're going to get something really good. And then 115 obviously is going to be, that one's probably going to be a 7 for sure. I can't see that episode not being. So that's my review for this week's episode. As usual, comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought. You guys can give me any kind of feedback, whether it be good or bad. Doesn't really matter. I just, I would like to know what I can do to make this a better experience for everyone. So make sure you guys subscribe and stick around. I'm going to be doing my 114 preview and predictions video soon. Make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date with that. And also make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date with everything that I post. Thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.